it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never.
Today, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jimmy Garoppolo and the Cleveland Browns versus Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
First opened in 1999, there's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, it's been a lost first month of the season, that's for sure, as they come in with an 0-4 record.
And the window's not shut on them, though. They still have a chance to make something out of this season, but it has to start right now.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9. To throw is Garoppolo. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And the Bengals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
On 1st and 10. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Second and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow dancing to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Garoppolo. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 40 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They toss it left side to Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And finding the tight end, Hooper. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Garoppolo. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard. Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's brought down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run. The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean. They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. They need about the length of the football here on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone. And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together. So not successful there on the chow. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across. Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out. And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy. You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
13 yards remaining on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. A bullet throw, but incomplete. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now Landry. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Open man is Uzomah. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Well, one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll look to throw here. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. McPherson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Browns to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. Over to Hooper on the sideline. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This one hauled in. Again, it's Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A give. This is Chubb. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. To throw on 2nd and 6. Garoppolo. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. The Browns send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And they'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. From the 16, Burrow. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bengals bring out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Landry now on the return. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. Now the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Jarvis Landry, helmet back on and ready to go. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part. But they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game, though.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. Working with a 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Garoppolo. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Glover. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. That's out to Chubb, complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. We now proceed to the start of the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. What can they do now, Charles, to make sure this highlight montage doesn't continue to show more pressure and pressure and pressure?
You feel like it always comes back to leverage, don't you? Who is going to win that battle of the offensive and defensive lines? Low man wins. We talk about that, but we think about it in a running game. Well, guess what? The same thing happens when you're trying to pass protect. Are you low? Are you balanced? Are you in a position where the pass rush won't bowl you over on their way back to the quarterback? They've got to reestablish that in order to try and keep their man upright.
As they have been bowled over a lot so far in this one. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Second and 6. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a 1st down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the Browns will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the 2nd half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here's 2nd and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. That's Glover. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
A give running right is Chubb. So able to break through the initial contact and then down right near the 25. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver. Whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter, they'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Burrow looking to pass. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Glover. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He stiff arms him. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he slings one that's incomplete. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back to Mixon on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Final minute now in the third quarter. And they go play action now. Burrow. Campbell making the catch. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now it's Burrow. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now it's Burrow. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Here's Mixon. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This is an easy one, 23-yarder.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll drop to throw.
And they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time.
Picked off at the 36. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Now Burrow on 1st down. He finds his running back, Mixon. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's a 2nd down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Now Burrow. Fighting through pressure. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
steps away to his... And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals might be headed to the win column for the first time this season as they add on to their lead. So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll let Mixon try to run it in. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game. The 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well. This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. He finds his man, complete. That's Glover. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. On first down, Garoppolo. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll get it down here to the 43. To throw again on 2nd down, Garoppolo. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one, that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
78 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. to Mixon on second down.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The Bengals on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run on first down. Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Going to run with Madison again. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Here we go. 180.
Draw play, Madison. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now a give to Madison. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter.